Yo, what's up guys, I'm back on a review for this time. We have this Puskas now. I've lost so much coins on this card. Just before we start the review, I've lost over 100k, and this happens on practically every card I do because the market's so bad this year. It's actually dying again, so I'm probably going to lose over 100k on this card. So if you can subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that to keep these reviews going because it's so hard to keep the coin balance up. But on to that then, so he's 5'8", high-low work rates, left-footed, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. He's got 90 pace, 93 shooting, 85 passing, 90 dribbling, and 73 physical. So on paper, it looks like a very deadly card. I played the games with him in friendlies and foot champs, mostly foot champs it was. And as you see by record, he got 17 goals and 5 assists. That's very nice, to be fair. But I've got nothing more to say, so enjoy the clips, and I'll see you for the positives and negatives. Peace. So on to positives about the card then. Now, there is a lot of these to be fair, so I'm going to have to generalise some. So first for me is going to be the pace. Now the pace for me is absolutely electric. So fast in game. Like I recommend the Hawk on him as well. Just give him that extra bit of pace. But overall he is so fast. Like one of the fastest cards I've used this year. I wouldn't say he rivals people like Mbappe or Vinicius or something like that, but he definitely is up there. Now, next up for me is generally the shooting. Now, look at all these stats. He's just so good overall. Like, the attack shooting is amazing. The finishing is on a different level. Like, he missed a few chances here and there, yes, but generally he wouldn't miss at all. The shot power, really, really good. The long shot's really good. The volleys are even good. The penalties good. Now, I'm going to touch on something I don't normally say because I normally don't trust the weak foot, but this guy, the weak foot's a lie. It is an actual lie. He's got a 4 or 5 star weak foot. It's actually really good in games, to be fair, so don't trust that 3-star weak foot. It's so nice. Now, next up for me is going to be the curve start. The curve start for him, quite good, to be fair. This is a good thing about Puskas. He's got such a wide variety of shooting like techniques he can do. So he can finesse it, near post, low driven, across goal, like you name it, he can do it pretty much. Now, next up for me is going to be the agility stat. Now, the agility and the actual dribbling stat, especially at 5'8", just allows him to be very swift on the ball, very agile, very nimble. Just allows him to be that deadly striker that you want. Now, next up for me is going to be the ball control. Now, the ball control for him, really good, to be fair. I use my R1X passes a lot of this is driven passes here. Just allows you to fire it into the player's feet and make sure they actually get the ball instead of like doing a short pass unless it's someone allows like press on heavy touch or something like that, and they'll just get the ball because of it. Now, next up for me is going to be the composure stat. Now, the composure stat for him, along with the finishing, just is so nice. He's such a deadly card in front of goal. You would honestly bet a house on it that he would score his chances. It's actually amazing. Now, next up for me is going to be the stamina. And the stamina for him, really good in games, to be fair. I didn't really find he died out much. Maybe in like the extra time or something. But generally speaking, this card's going to last you the whole game. So that is really, really good. Now on traits then, so he's got one really nice trait. Considering, right, so people have a bad weak foot. If they have the outside of the foot shot trait, it doesn't really matter because they'll hit on the outside their strong foot instead. But as I just said before, the weak foot is a lie anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it is there, and it's a really nice trait to have. But some more positives, now let's go into negatives. So overall for this card, he's actually an amazing worldy card. It's going to be so hard for me to pick negatives, and my negatives I'm going to put are like not even that bad. Like they're actually still like quite decent in game. It's just there is worse aspects. So first for me is the general passing. Now the general passing for me was actually really outstanding, to be fair. Sometimes it will go a little bit wrong because it's a little bit lower than, let's say, the shooting and the dribbling and all that. Like the 86, 83, 85 still is perfectly good enough, especially for a striker. Like that's so good, but it's just because I have to really like pick holes in the card. So if you are looking for a really good pass, I'll probably go with someone else. But generally speaking, he's got like perfectly good enough passing. Now, next up for me is going to be reaction stat. Now, this I do think is a little bit low considering you're paying at 1.3 million for him. I do feel like that should be a little bit higher, maybe. He didn't really feel slow to react to the ball, but he didn't really feel fast, so just be careful of that. Now, next up for me is going to be the air ability. Now, this is actually one of his worst aspects, and I don't like this at all. He's not very good in the air, especially at 5'8". The head axing jumping, really bad, to be fair, so just don't really go with that. Now, last for me is going to be the strength. Now, I know it says 75 plus to 5, which is 80, but because he's 5'8", he's really not that strong. He will get pushed off quite a bit, to be fair. He may be able to hold his own sometimes because of his balance stat, but generally speaking, the strength isn't really going to cut it. So on overall scores then. Now for pace for me, I'm going to give the pace a 9 out of 10. I genuinely do think it's that good. It's such a good electric fast card, especially because it's high. Like the smaller players definitely feel faster in this game, and since it's like acceleration sprint speed difference is 5, you really don't notice it because he's that fast and he'll just get through and goal before the defense can even catch him. Now for shooting, I would give it like the best goal you can, but generally speaking, the weak foot at times and the shooting, he would miss a few here and there, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I do think that's fair, to be fair. He is really deadly overall, and he will practically like get most shots and hit them like near post, far post, like whatever you want, he will get it. Now the passing for me, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but I don't think it's amazing. He's not really the type to be like amazing passer, but of course you can do it. Like this card's got everything pretty much. Now the dribbling for me, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I felt like he was so smooth on the ball. I would only give this a 10 out of 10 if he had the 5-star skills, but unfortunately he doesn't. So overall, he's just very swift on the ball, very nice. That's the 5-star skills is what stops him from being one of the best cards in the game. He still is amazing, but if he had that 5-star skills, wow, what a card he would be. Now, the physical for him, he's got good stamina, okay strength, bad jumping and bad aggression. So overall for the physical, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's bad. Now, value for coins then. So this is where it gets a bit here and there. So value for coins, he's coming in at about 1.3 million. Do I think it's worth that price? Honestly, if you've got the team and facilities around him, yes, 100%. He's that ideal striker. Obviously, the skills you kind of want 5-star, but other than that, he's so good. The weak foot doesn't matter. Don't ignore that. Like literally, it feels like 4 or 5-star in game. So value for coins then, I'm going to give him a 8.5 out of 10. I just feel like it is a lot of money to be spending, especially at this stage in the game, and a lot of people probably don't have that kind of coins, and you probably have like a worse team around him if you like, let's say you're like the average player and you have like, I don't know, like maybe 100k after like buying this card and you've got to build like a 100k team around him. He will probably carry you, but generally speaking, probably don't do that. So overall score from him, I would give him a 9.5 out of 10. He's genuinely that good. I really enjoyed him, especially at this time of year, because my ratings are based on what time of year it is. So you've got to look at the date of the video when I put it out. So just be wary of that. But honestly, this card, even at the end of the year, still be amazing. But that's all for my review. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you can, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you can help me towards that, I'd greatly appreciate it. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, guys.